50 Cent wants to know who Jane Doe is. That's where we're gonna start.
Okay. So Jane Doe is who's currently on the stand. Like she's currently being.
Yes, I think she started on Wednesday. She took the stand on Wednesday.
She's going again on Monday.
She's Jane Doe. We don't know who she is.
She's still going. She could last long.
So 50 Cent wants to know who it is, and I'm with 50. I was trying to figure out who it was. The people wanted to know who it was, and so 50 made this post. He said, "Hey, does anyone know who Jane Doe is? I'm trying to research for the Diddy documentary." Man, this stuff with Elon is crazy. All right. Then the next post was, "Hey, does anyone know who Jane Doe is? I'm trying to research for the Diddy doc."
Yo, this nigga's hurting, bro. This nigga's down bad right now.
And then
he is.
Yeah,
he's not.
Bro, this nigga's down bad.
Stop. So for the people that don't know,
that's him on the beach with his BM, nigga.
So
he love this shorty,
20 years
taking
ago.
pictures like that,
So for the people that don't know,
like that, you love her.
For the people that don't know,
20 years ago.
The internet figured out who Jane Doe was, and Jane Doe is 50 Cent's baby mother. So 50 Cent's baby mother is on stand right now currently for the Diddy case, and she's giving her testimony about her experience with Diddy.
Can you pull up some of the testimony, please?
Yes, I will. We'll start off with, where are you guys at in the case? Are you guys up to date? Have you guys been watching it? Like, where are you guys at with it right now?
I know what I need to know.
Yeah, I'm up to date. I watched her. I mean, I read the transcript of her testimony up until they took her off, and they're resuming on Monday. So,
okay. Well, how about you, Jules?
It got kind of crazy, man.
Yo, the fact that you two can really sit there and keep a straight face after everything that y'all was screaming this week.
What was the screaming this week?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? We're delivering news to the world. What do you want us to do?
I understand that, but did you not just see Rex's face, bro?
He just delivered the news, bro. All he's doing is, I asked him a question. I said, "Where are you at with the case?" And he said he's up to date until he's gonna stay tuned on one day. Where are you at? You're not answering the question. The question is, where are you at in the case, Jules? Don't worry. Don't try to deflect to us. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm at right now. Where I'm at right now, I'm still trying to figure out how all of these charges can be linked to a RICO against Diddy. I don't see that none of this shit sticking. On 50's BM getting smoked for $7.50 an hour. I don't see how this shit is.
Yo. Jules, that is way too expensive. It's $7.50 a day, man.
Yeah, a day.
$7.50 a day. My
Ain't
bad.
nobody paying $7.50 an hour for that. Nigga, please.
We gotta get Jules. We gotta get Jules. That right there. That's gotta be the quote, bro. That's gotta be the quote. 750 hours crazy.
Nah, 750 hours nasty work. I'm
looking for the testimony right now. Can you bring up some of the testimony?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now.
She was saying some shit that didn't sound like a RICO. It didn't sound like sex trafficking.
Let me give you guys some.
I have a quick little thing. I'm not gonna go off. I'm not, because we talked about this so many times, but I just think that the internet perspective of all of this is entirely different than what the vibes is actually in the courthouse, bro. Because we're looking at 50 Cent Twitter and stuff, and we're looking at Ja Rule is chiming in, and everybody's making fun of the fact that like 50 Cent was on the beach with his shoes off, taking pictures of her and all this stuff and all that. It's internet shit. In that courthouse, this is a completely different situation. They're not on Twitter, so these testimony that's going on is making an impact to the jury. So
sidebar, Reg, this is all I gotta hear.
You need your passport and your vaccination. She says, I invited Cabral to come to Turks and Caicos to make up.
He dressed like it's 1945.
Don't hit on
what I did with Paul. But how could you send a text message on the 16th and you said you did that to make up with Paul when the situation with Paul had not even taken place? And Cabral was in Atlanta, and you and Puffy was in Turks and Caicos with Paul. So how could you
sound like
do
me last
something
week?
that don't make sense? The dates ain't right.
The dates ain't matching.
Right.
So the dates wasn't matching. That's pretty much
what it probably really was. She invited Cabral first.
So I wanted to just bring that up, but it missed the part that I really wanted to bring up. That wasn't the section, but the thing with the dates and stuff, right? And her actually, she kind of did the same thing as Cassie, where she was actually telling Diddy that she wanted to have an all-star night, and she was inviting the workers. So how does that tie into Diddy?
All-Star night is crazy.
Like Diddy said, they had a lover's contract where Diddy would pay her rent for 2 years.
Okay.
And Diddy was like, sometimes Diddy was like, oh, I don't want to even be with you anymore. But then she was like, then she'll reach out randomly to him and be like, hey, I want to give you an all-star night. And all-star night means she get gangbanged by fucking 5 guys.
Straight starting 5 type shit?
Yeah.
6 man? Is there 6 man?
So she, to me, no, it's not all Paul. My whole thing is, how is she?
That's Paul Punisher, Jules, not our Jules, different Jules.
The different Jules.
And
but how does he punish her?
Nah, that's crazy.
On a serious note, Rick, though, how does he punish her?
Punisher is the dude.
Oh, Punisher, the guy. Okay, yeah.
He said that he never did anything with Daphne. So.
Oh my.
Oh, did you guys watch that interview?
Which one?
The cam thing.
The Punisher one?
Yeah, yo, if you want to,
I watched enough of it.
If you want to watch the funniest part of this whole shit, Cam,
play it then.
Cameron and what the fuck's the guy named Punisher?
Whoa.
I'm not calling a nigga Punisher unless he's
I'm not calling a girl man.
This right here,
he's a superhero. I'm not calling him Punisher.
This nigga Cam interviewed
usually happen
the Punisher.
Puff's like house, Cassie's house, hotel. Like, where did these events happen at?
I was all super high-end hotels.
Gotcha.
So I remember it was the Trump Tower, Essex House, the London Hotel, the Gramercy Hotel. It was another hotel, Central Park West. I don't know. I don't remember the name, but they were all along the lines of super high-end, super suites. One of the suites, man, in the London Hotel.
This is for his visual. Could you explain that?
Yeah, so like when I first got in there, she made it clear that this was a scene we were setting up for her husband.
Okay.
So, you know, it was like couches, all the furniture in the suite was covered in sheets. Like everything was covered in sheets. So it was like a single chair across from like a big sofa. And we were supposed to sit on there and I supposed to put oil on myself. She supposed to and then it was every time to the last time.
I knew something crazy was coming.
Gotta go raw sometime. You gotta go raw and Cassie.
Nah, like Diddy, Cam is really on his journalist shit.
Some of my co-hosts, they got a couple questions for you, but I got one more question.
This was a question that had the internet go crazy.
We hear about 50's baby mom, Daphne, being involved in some of these things. Did you ever fuck Daphne, 50 Cent's baby mother?
Yeah, bro.
Nah, every time I was called or involved in any way, it was only Cassie specifically.
So he wasn't part of that lineup
cool,
right
man.
there, but
hey,
that interview, if you want some
you
got a question for him?
You saw how he looked away when he answered that? They say when you look to the left, when you answering a question.
Here we go, nigga. This nigga G. Federal G talking about.
He's like, nah, I ain't never fucked Daphne. He looked to the left. He's like, I ain't never fucked
Daphne. Daphne came way later.
She came a lot. I'm just saying, like.
But Daphne was getting. Daphne is 50 Cent's baby mom, by the way. Daphne was getting $10K a month from Diddy, and then $6,500 a month from 50 for child support. And this reporter said the best shit I ever heard, like, nigga, bitch, get a fucking job.
You know, this girl had the audacity to come in there and be like, I felt pressure because he paid my rent. Bitch, get a job. Get a job. She literally said her sources of income was Diddy giving her money and her child support. Get a job. She is making real victims look terrible. There have been no facts so far that were anything like Cassie. And my concern is that this is going to lose the jury such that they don't want to give credibility to those like the Cassies. Okay? So far, I can't tell you. Y'all not about to get me put out this courtroom. I tell you that right now, quick, fast, and hurry. Get a fucking job. She really had the audacity to say, and she is stupid. She is unwise.
The reason why I wanted to say that, though, was because there's a big difference for me that Cassie was a young girl. You know what I mean? Cassie was like 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
This girl's 30 something. She's a grown ass woman. You know what I'm saying? And she's thinking,
nobody give a fuck. Yeah.
But to go to the other side, I have been understanding your side more, Rec, as I do more research. And like I watched the documentary, the Falling of Diddy. What is it? The whatever. And when you do put all this stuff together, it does build a crazy case. I'm not gonna lie. Like when you look at just the freak offs and shit, you're like, all right, cool. Like he's just a freaky nigga. But then when you add like the assistant and the co-workers, like one of his employees' wives getting raped and like all this crazy shit, it's like, god damn, nigga, like this shit is crazy. Nigga's a fucking demon for real.
Also one thing that the feds and these attorneys are really, really good at is taking a whole bunch of things that don't go together and make them go together. I'm not gonna say that that's what they're doing. I'm just saying that's literally what lawyers like. That's what they're literally paid to do, especially prosecutors. There's so many people that you could take 50 different things that don't connect, but they're smart enough. They've been trained their whole fucking career to put those things together and paint a picture for you to say, look, this is what it is. That's literally their job. And then defense's job is to paint the other picture and say, well, when you put these things together, they don't make sense or they paint a different picture. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think the cross-examination from Diddy's team that's gonna happen on Monday is gonna be fucking crazy. Like they're gonna
it's gonna be a whole bunch of people doing this.
This is the first time that they're gonna have a chance to really go on the offensive, I think, because they've been on the defensive the whole time because it's been tough. This is the one that they could chew apart this testimony that Daphne made. Girl.
Yeah. What are your thoughts right now, Rec? Like, where do you see things? I know you have kind of more of a, we have the conspiracy hat on a little bit.
You're realistically, yeah. I don't think that this is going to change anything. I think that the impactful moments have already happened, and then just having more and more and more and more people coming up and making testimony it just I don't think that there's going to be anything at this point that's going to happen that's going to be like, oh my God, he's innocent. I don't see any.
Can I ask you a question, Rick?
What's up?
So what's the worst case scenario in your opinion from what you've gathered, and then what's the best case scenario? Like, what do you think?
From whose perspective? From the defense or the offense?
No, just the two from Diddy. So like, what are the two extremes? Like, what's his best case scenario, and what's the worst case scenario?
So I feel like, based off of the charges of the prostitution transportation charges, which I don't really think that there's any way that. No, I don't think there's any way that you could. I mean, these are all things that have been basically proven that he was doing it, and those are 10-year charges.
Is it prostitution, or is it paying for like these sound more like performances? But it sounds more like performances, bro. So who's the prostitute?
That's not legal.
I'm just saying, who would? Oh, okay. So
flying them out. Yeah, flying them out.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
But hold on. But where did they get flown out to? Because in some states,
Miami, New York, and in LA.
So
yeah, no, I'm saying that,
is there information that shows? So is there information that shows that they literally came out there like on a transactional basis where it's like, I'm coming out here to have sex, or am I coming out here to perform? Like, am I coming out here to entertain you at a party? Like, that's the thing that niggas don't understand.
Exactly.
That's why niggas can only get, bro, you can only get charged with like prostitution if they have proof of the actual transaction of sex for money.
Yeah, but the Punisher just said it in the interview, though.
The Punisher just said it on the interview.
What was the line?
He was saying he was getting paid $2,000 to fuck that.
He said
that's what he's saying to Cam.
No, he said that on. Yeah, he already gave his testimony.
Where's the invoice? Where's the text message? Like, where's
he gave his testimony?
Besides him saying that, where is the actual evidence that says?
You want his PayPal's receipt, bro?
Yo, bro, have y'all ever seen people? Yo, do you understand how prostitution rings happen? Like, they have. legally, you have to have proof of a transaction, not someone say, "Oh, he paid me
No,
for
the fuck
sex."
you don't.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you
No,
do.
you
do.
don't.
Yes, you
Yes,
do.
you do,
don't.
bro.
Yes,
No,
you
you
do,
don't.
bro.
Another
Yes, you do, bro.
All
That's
right.
why they're building so much of this up to it.
You need a prostitute receipt? You get receipts from
You need.
prostitutes?
you have
bro.
receipts from
Why
prostitutes.
do you think people get trapped in these prostitution rings? They have to prove that because you could literally say because I could literally say I could literally say I gifted her that money, and she could say, yeah, he gifted that to me.